Who wants to die?
I am a devil. Here's a present for you. Something special. It's time for some more fun. You can try to run if you want. Little punk. What is this? Are you playing pretend? I'll hunt you down to the very end.
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Chris's Collectible Corner, and for those of you who are new, thank you for coming through to tune in for this review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Beast Deities B011L Battle Damage Broly from the Second Coming movie where he faces off with Gohan. But before we get into the figure itself, if you wouldn't mind, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification to be notified when new reviews are uploaded to the channel. It really helps and I appreciate the support. Alright, so as you guys can see, here's the packaging for the figure itself. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it because if you've seen the other reviews, they're all exactly the same. The only difference is the color of the wolf head on the body. Then we have the pen holder and the bookmarks here, which are actually the hair sculpt and the faceplates for this figure. But enough of that, let's take a closer look and get the figure out the box. Alright, and here we have him standing straight up and down in a light box, no fancy poses. Broly from the Second Coming movie where he made his second appearance because I guess he was just that damn popular. And as you can see, just right off from the jump, the differences of this one as opposed to the first one is he has a bit of the battle damage on him. The skirt around his waist is kind of like a light pinkish purple, and then he has the yellow Super Saiyan hair instead of the green hair. Now, I don't remember the story too much with this Broly. I think it was something like he landed on Earth and then woke up because he heard Goten crying and it reminded him of Goku, and so he just happened to stumble upon them because they were looking for the Dragon Balls, and then Gohan shows up to protect them and then they fighting. Look, I'm just gonna say it. The story of the Broly movies are not that good, but
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
we're there for the fighting, we're there for the action, and we're here to see this beast of a Saiyan throw hands and throw down with people. That aside though, as you can see, the figure stands at 10.5 inches from the tip of his hair to the soles of his feet, but without the hair, he stands about 9 inches, 3/4 right to the top of his faceplate. Once again, this is a huge figure, and I really like that Beast Deities gave us this option. I know Tamashii Nations had their version of this, which was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, where you can get the yellow greenish hair and the purple gi to represent how he looked in his second appearance in the Dragon Ball Z movies. But something Beast Deities did that no Tamashii Nations version has done, or any other third party, is they've actually given us Broly with some battle damage. So I really like that. I mean, I really wish they would have added some scuffs on the body to kind of like just show the battle damage all throughout and not just the bottom half. But let's take a closer look so we can see the details on this battle damage. So as you can see right here, the shoes are pretty much the same. The covers over his ankle joints are the same as the skirt, so like a light pinkish purple. And as you can see, the rips in his pants that kind of expose his calves. And damn, he's got some huge calves, bro. Like, they really fill out the whole thing. It isn't just the bagginess of the pants. He's just swole like that. And as you can see, it goes all around to the back, and it kind of like bleeds over the top, which is kind of nice. There's a little bit of a light blue shading on here, not too much, but I guess it just kind of helped make it pop a little bit. But you know, it serves the job. You know, I don't think it looks bad. Now looking at his waist, as you can see, his skirt is all torn up, has a hole in it right there in the front, and that kind of battle damage comes all the way down the front of the skirt, and then on the back end it's pretty clean cut, no damages here. I kind of wish they would have done it all throughout the whole thing, but you know what, beggars can't be choosers, because we have battle damage regardless, and I can't say that for the other versions because we don't have it at all. Also, as you see, his wrist guards are exactly the same as the B010 Broly. So gold with the blue gems, they look really nice. So nothing really too radically different from this in the first version. And then looking at the upper body, it's the same exact mold and sculpt as the other two versions. The only difference here spoiler alert, is he has the yellow Super Saiyan hair. I actually think the hair looks really good in contrast with the purplish pink skirt. I feel like it's a good contrast of colors, and I feel like it just looks really cool. But now let's take a look at the accessories that this figure comes with. Alright, so as you guys saw, attached to the figure when we were looking at him overall, the thing that differentiates him from the original is that he has a yellow hair, has a nice little gradient that then kind of goes out into the yellow. Then we have the cross arms accessories, which is the same with all the Brawlies. So what you would do is you would disconnect the arms that are on the body from the shoulders, then attach these to them, and these split so it's easier to put on. Then he comes with the 4 face plates, which is the same as the original Brawly. So he has the stern face plate looking straight forward, nice clean line work like they all have. I really like how these look. I don't see how people have a problem with these faces. Then we have the shouting / screaming face. So, you know, if you want to have Brawly transforming, throwing hands, taking a gut punch, really it's up to you what you want to do with this. Then we have Brawly giving this smirk because he realizes nobody is up to snuff to even mess with him on his power level. And then last but not least, which is my favorite faceplate, which is the sadistic one. And it always kind of makes me think of that line that Brawly said when they called him a monster, and he was like, "Monster? No, I'm the devil." At that moment, I was like, oh man, this guy is cold. I gotta get him. Then he also comes with 2 sets of earrings that you can attach to all the face plates. So you have more than enough just in case you lose them, and they're pretty easy to put on, as you can see right here. All you gotta do is just kind of like slip it right above the earlobe, so this way it kind of gets caught in the ear hole. It doesn't have to go all the way through, and then boom, there you have them, Brawly with the earrings, and it looks really good. It's a nice clean look, and I really feel like it brings the whole thing together, especially with the wrist guards and the gold all around the figure. Then he comes with 4 different sets of hands. He comes with, you know, the iconic ones that have the pegs on there, so this way he could be holding his green orbs. Then he has the open palm hands, so you can pose him kind of like this, shooting a Kamehameha, or just have him in the pose like he's about to shoot a Ki Blast, or you can have him slapping somebody. Really, it's up to you what you want to do with him, because he's your figure. Then, of course, he has the fist like all Dragon Ball figures has, so you can have him here powering up, punching somebody, throwing hands. I mean, because that's what Dragon Ball Z is literally all about, fighting and getting stronger. Then he kind of has like these gripping or kind of grabbing hands, so like the pinky and ring finger are kind of down, and then the middle finger and index finger are kind of pointed up a little bit and bent, so they're kind of cool. I really like it, and once again I really like the detail that you can see in these hands and on the palms. Then the unique hand that this one comes with that the others do not come with is that he actually has a hand that's gripping and palming Vegeta's head. And it isn't just a faceplate like the one that came with Goku. They give you a whole Vegeta head here, and this is dope. Because I don't know if you guys remember the scene in the first Brawling movie where he kind of clotheslines Vegeta and then just kind of like muffs his face into the rock. So now you can recreate that with this hand, and man, it just looks dope. Alright, so let's take a look at the articulation on this guy. If you guys seen my previous Beast Deities Brawly review videos, then the articulation is pretty much the same. But if you're new to the channel,
Welcome!
Alright, so this time around, I'm going to start with the legs first, because I have something I want to talk about with the neck peg on this one that's a little bit different from the others that I did, and maybe I can give you guys some advice if you're looking at swapping out the neck peg. But that aside, so looking at the legs first, right? So once again, this skirt is flexible to malleable plastic, so this way it's easy to pose him, and as you can see right here, it's got the 3.0 build system, so great articulation for this guy. Let's get his arms out the way. So looking at that, he can do the splits real easily. Not a problem for this guy. It's not a clean split, but trust me, it's more than any other Brawly could do. Alright, then we got the thigh swivel right here that he's got. And once again, what I like about this is that a lot of third parties have been needing to use like shock oil, but this guy's not tight at all. Oh, okay, I eat my words because that was a little tight. Alright, but now that it's loosened up, it's good. So yeah, it has a good tolerance, doesn't feel too loose, too tight. Alright, as far as the knee bend, double jointed knee. So there you go. And I really like how like when you bend it reveals just more of the pants and the wrinkles, so it doesn't really break up, you know, just the look of it. Oh, okay, well this one's leg comes a little loose. Alright, well I guess that's how that connects, but it's an easy fix. You just pop it back in and boom, you're good to go. Same thing with this one. Let's see if this one pops off. Will it stay? Who knows? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Alright, yeah, no, this one's good. Alright. Alright, then we have the ankle articulation. Good side to side pivots. Swivel. You can go front and go down pretty good. Then we got the toe hinge. That's pretty tight. Alright, there you go. Same as the other foot. Boom. Side to side. Yeah, so this one's really good. And once again, I really like how they have this skirt here that kind of hides the ankle joint. Really kind of like keeps the whole aesthetic in line. Alright, so now let's look at the waist. Oh wow. Alright, so I noticed with each of the Brawlies, like the first one, the waist was real tight to move. This one's easy. See? So there you go. And then you could also move him from the upper chest right here. So it's kind of like an added point of articulation. Oh, okay, I guess not. Alright, I guess I was wrong. I guess that's exclusive to the first Brawly I reviewed, but alright. Crunch, not too good. I mean, it's alright. It's more than that Vegeta I recently reviewed. There you go. And then leaning back. Go lean back decently, but I feel if you go any more, he's just gonna kind of just pop right off. But alright. Then arms, as you can see, they're up at 90 degrees. Boom. Bicep swivel all the way around. Same as the other arm. Elbow bend. Don't bend it too far because these are meant to come off, so if you do it, it's gonna pop. So kind of stays at 90 degrees. And don't worry, if it pops off, it's supposed to, because that's how you switch out for the crossed arms. But yeah, there you go. Side to side. Alright. And then the wrist that goes up, forward, back, and around. Like I said, this guy feels really nice moving him around. So, you know, he doesn't feel cheap at all, which is nice, because I remember back in there with the third parties, like they just fell apart. Alright, so what I wanted to bring up with this guy here is because the original neck peg on him was really small. So if I like pop this off, this is the neck peg from AFM Customs right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Alright, so it's extended. It's actually longer than the extended neck peg that came with the Beast Deities Brawly. And this helps to add with some of the neck articulation of him like doing the head movements. Now, what I found to be the best way to get this out, because man, this was a pain in the butt. What I did with the original one is I put some shock oil in here. Then I boiled some water for about 5 minutes and I dipped this part into the water. Once I did that and it was like, yeah, you know, it was a little bit looser, I could move this around a bit more. I then put like a towel over this and I took some pliers and I just pulled it right out. And then I used the wolf head that comes with these Brawlies. I popped this neck peg into that and then I used my hand to kind of put that on there. And these neck pegs were much easier to put in than the long neck peg that Beast Deities gave us. So he made it a lot easier, and then also if we pop it in the head, it's also a lot easier as well. You just boom, that's it. You don't have to worry about stabbing your hands, none of that. So that aside, as you can see, he can look down a great amount because of the added articulation. He can't look up too much because of the hair in the back, as you can see. But he could look, he could turn side to side to tilt, and it's smooth. It doesn't feel super tight, which is nice, and go all the way around. So yeah, that's the articulation on this guy. Once again, he feels nice. He's good. Once again, he's a third party, so he's not perfect. As you saw, the one leg popped off, but you could pop it right back in. And this was a little tight, but I was able to move it, and that was good. But everything else, man, feels solid. Once again, for this Brawly, the price that I got it at, can't really beat it. So there you go. Alright, so here's some height comparisons, and because Tamashii has yet to release a Kid Trunks, we're gonna go with the baby Trunks that we got from Thompson Art. And as you can see, this guy is extremely tiny next to Broly. Like, he could just step on him and crush him. Next, we have Daima Goku, who's going to be a stand-in for Goten because they also haven't released a Goten figure, even though they've made a bunch of Kid Gokus. I mean, Tamashi, what are we waiting for? But as you can see here, he's still just tiny. He could just step on him as well and just squash him like a bug. Next, we have one with the main protagonist of the film, which is Gohan. And I think Gohan scales pretty good to him. I mean, Broly is a giant. Gohan looks great next to him, and I think they go very well, especially with the gi that Gohan's wearing and the colors of Broly. I just feel like it matches really good. It reminds me of the movie. And of course, you can't have Broly without Kakarot. So here is the Beast Deity Super Saiyan 3 Goku body with the re-custom Super Saiyan hair. And I just have to say, both of these are third party, and they're just killing it. Like, Tamashi, what's going on? And last but not least, talking about Tamashi again, this was the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Broly, which is, I guess, the direct comparison to this one, because as you see, the skirt around his waist, it's a different color from the original. It's supposed to be a little bit of a darker purple to kind of harken back to the Second Coming Broly movie. Now, the hair here is a little bit more green, where the original one had more yellow hair. And then, as you can see, the Kong one has more yellow hair with the green gradient going kind of up the middle. Okay, look, and I just gotta say it. I know everything is preference, but honestly, seeing these two standing next to each other, I get it. Maybe you guys want to say that the Kong Broly is just too big, and that's fine. Okay, make him smaller. But that aside, I mean, just looking at these next to each other, the Kong Broly looks so much better. Just from the proportions, the muscles, the build, the sculpture, everything. Like, and look, I like the San Diego Comic-Con Broly. I actually like the color palette that they went with it. But just the build of it just looks so outdated, and it looks like a bootleg standing next to this Kong one, which is the bootleg, which is crazy to me. Alright guys, and there we have it. That is the Beast Deities Battle Damage Broly. And look, this is the third one that I reviewed of each variation that Beast Deities has come out with, and I still stand by it. I think this is the best Broly figure that you can get on the market. Yes, are the prices kind of astronomical right now? Yes, but it seems like they're coming down. And another company, I think Neo Kong, is going to be making some bootlegs of these, which is crazy, right? We're already in a place where bootlegs are making bootlegs of bootlegs. So it's like, all right, I guess this is just a Wild Wild West with the Dragon Ball figures. But if you still want this one, because I'm not sure what the quality of that one's going to be, you can still get this one for about $200. Is it a bit pricey? Sure, but the other Broly's on the aftermarket, which I think look worse than this one, are going for about $300 to $450 all the time. And look, if it's preference, because I get it, collectors, they want it from the official company, so go right ahead. But if you're looking for just the most bang for your buck and you want the biggest, most updated version of Broly, I mean, you don't gotta look anywhere else. This is it. You could probably still get them on AliExpress, Mercari. 5K Toe is obviously sold out instantly, and when they did the restock, it was gone immediately. Like, I think within 15 minutes, everything was gone. I'm also going to put a link in the description for you guys if you guys want the neck pegs from AFF Customs. He's really good at making these. He's reliable, and you know what? He's a pillar of the community at this point. We're doing this and helping everybody out, getting the modifications, certain heads to fit on certain bodies. But that aside, looking at the scale, proportions, articulations, the details, accessories that it comes with, using the Dragon Radar and the Dragon Balls from a scale from 1 to 7, I have to give this guy 6. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I'm a sucker for battle damage. I don't think we get enough of those, so I'm happy that Beast Deities decided to give us that with this variation of Broly. With that said, I hope you guys found this review informative. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification to be notified when new reviews are uploaded to the channel. Thank you for stopping by my corner of the internet, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.